Hey guys, listen, this is part of my Spreading Happiness series, and this is from the book, The Way to Happiness. This happens to be the International Day of Happiness special cover. We've already done the first 7 precepts. There's 21 precepts to be happier, a common sense guide, a moral guide to be happy. And I'm going to do number 8 today, which is do not murder. I'm going to go over the reason I give you this book. The reason I give people this book is that your survival is important to me. And hey guys, nice to see you. I really want to quickly go over what is happiness. So the definition of happiness is a condition or state of well-being, contentment, pleasure. It's also joyful, cheerful, and untroubled existence. So who doesn't want joyful, cheerful, and untroubled existence in life? Also, happiness is the reaction to having nice things happen to one, okay? So basically, Mr. Hubbard says, true joy and happiness are valuable. If one does not survive, no joy and no happiness are obtainable. Trying to survive in a chaotic, dishonest, and generally immoral society is difficult. Any individual or group seeks to obtain from life what pleasure and freedom from pain that they can. So freedom from pain is also happiness, right? If you have too much pain, you're not happy. Your own survival can be threatened by the bad actions of others around you. Your own happiness can be turned to tragedy and sorrow by the dishonesty and misconduct of others. I am sure that you can think of instances of this actually happening in your own life, okay? Such wrongs reduce one's survival and impair one's happiness. You are important to other people. You are listened to. You can influence others. The happiness or unhappiness of others that you can name is important to you. Without too much trouble using this book, The Way to Happiness, you can help them survive and lead happier lives. While no one can guarantee that anyone else can be happy, their chances of survival and happiness can be improved. And with theirs, yours will be. It is in your power to point the way to a less dangerous and happier life. So we're going to do number 8, precept number 8, which is do not murder. All right. I'm going to read this. It's pretty simple. Do not murder. You ever notice how unhappy people are when someone gets murdered, including, maybe the murdered person, but also the murderer? All right, so murder, the definition of murder, is the unlawful killing of one or more human beings by another, especially with malice aforethought. So malice is like evil intention, like you really want to hurt somebody, okay? So malice aforethought. That means meaning intending to do so before you act. So if you said, I'm going to kill this guy, and then you go do it, that is malice aforethought. All right, good. So do not murder. Most races from the most ancient times to the present have prohibited murder and punished it heavily. Sometimes this has been broadened to say, thou shalt not kill. When a later translation of the same work has found it to read, thou shalt not murder. There is a considerable difference between these two words, kill and murder. A prohibition against all killing would rule out self-defense. It would tend to make it illegal to handle a serpent coiling to strike the baby. It would put a race on a diet of vegetables. I am sure you can see many illustrations of the difficulties raised by a prohibition against all killing. Murder is another thing entirely. By definition, it means the unlawful killing of one or more human beings by another, especially with malice aforethought. One can easily see that in this age of violent weaponry, murder would be all too easy. One could not exist in a society where oneself or one's family or friends were at the mercy of some who went about casually taking lives. Murder justly bears the highest priority in social prevention and retaliation. The stupid, the evil, and the insane seek to solve their real or imagined problems with murder, and they have been known to do it for no reason at all, which is pretty crazy, right? Get behind, that means support, any demonstratedly effective program that handles this threat to mankind, and push. Your own survival could depend upon it. The way to happiness does not include murdering or your friends, your family, or yourself being murdered. So look, now this is just my opinion on this chapter. There are people who think it's okay to run around and destroy other people's property and kill the people in the property, blow up things, shoot people for no reason, kill them with knives, whatever. In a fit of jealousy, someone can murder their wife or their husband. It's not happiness. This does not create happiness. But on the other hand, if a wild dog was starting to attack your family and you killed the dog to protect your family, that's okay. Now, you don't go out of your way and kill every dog on the planet. That's insane. So happiness is making sure that you can live in an environment where you know that people are not going to walk down the street and just start shooting at you. There are some neighborhoods in this world where people live in fear of being murdered every day. So you can do something about this. You can share this book to other people, because believe it or not, this book has a calming influence on other people. And sometimes when people read this, they go, oh, I thought all killing was the same, so I didn't want to kill anybody. Well, if someone's going to try to rape your wife or harm your children, you can defend yourself. It is totally okay. If someone tries to take away, your life, you can stop that from happening. But in essence, if we can increase the understanding of the ways to get happier, it includes do not murdering people and don't get murdered. So it's okay to defend yourself. It's not okay to walk up to people and shoot them or knife them or anything else. So this is a simple chapter. This is all I have for today. I want to make sure that I get through all 21 of these chapters, and my wife says hello too. All right, you guys have a fantastic day. Short but sweet. Love y'all. Take care.